throw this in the back.
So do you get back to the States?
Want to keep this up front?
No, I'll just pitch it here in the middle.
This is a rental car or a?
Yeah.
Oh hell!
So do you get back?
I thought you.
Do you get to the States often?
The last time I was there was I think 15 years ago, when the grandson was born. And I told the whole family, it gets too expensive. I used to go back and forth once a year for a month, and I just said I only do weddings and funerals anymore. When I first got out of the Marine Corps, I did several different jobs. I did 30 years in the Marine Corps. When I got out, I lived on a tourist visa for about 2 years, and then I got caught by the immigration. Said no more. You get a wife or you get a job. So I did both.
Get a wife or a job, huh?
I did both, but I taught for Central Texas College. I taught auto mechanics for a couple of years, and there I was one of the few college instructors that got paid during the summer semester. They had to do 6 hours night class work on 2 nights a week. So they'd say Monday and Wednesday, and then they had to do 6 hours of actually working on cars. So I would use the base hobby shop for that. But you could reduce all the other 3 college credit classes down to 4 weeks during the August, the summer month. They couldn't reduce mine down. There's no way you can get that many hours. So I was off with pay, and I'd go to the States, every August.
Every August. What was it about August that got you back?
It was that was the summer break or the summer semester over here.
Sure, that makes sense.
So they couldn't make me work, so I got paid and went on vacation.
Sure, that's a good deal.
Because a full-time instructor, you were on a salary type deal. So were you over here in the Air Force, Army, what?
Air Force.
Air Force?
Yeah. I was a medic in the early 70s, and then in medical service as a PA.
So you went from enlisted officer? Yeah. Okay. I know a lot of guys in the Navy that did that. That was a really smart move. They did well. In fact, he's retired and he's over in Saudi Arabia or somewhere over there. He's making big bucks.
Yeah. Boy, they got a lot of construction going on between.
Yeah, I know.
Between here and Yucca.
So you don't have anybody to be your guide or translator?
Oh, let's see, Rob and Kiki Avery are up in Maeda.
Yeah. Did you get together with them?
Haven't caught up with them yet.
Oh man, because I liked Robert. I've met him a couple times, and I met his wife once, but not really to talk to her. We were at what do you call it? The American, all the businesses, Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. Okay.
They invited me and Robert, and I think his wife was there, and another guy. They were trying to get us to join and pay $6,000.
Do you know Michael Martin?
I know him. I probably saw him at the Chamber of Commerce. I only went to one meeting. It was like an invite to see if I liked it, and I did not like it.
Oh, really?
So I said, why am I going to pay $60 a month for this? I was the only one in there in flip-flops. Everybody else is wearing their suits and ties and shit. I met I know Walt Christensen. I know him.
Yeah.
In fact, he's the one that invited me. Somebody else invited Robert Avery.
I tried to...
you didn't get with him?
I tried to catch up with him yesterday. I couldn't find the place.
You couldn't find the Smith's Club?
I'm not at all from that.
I'd make a point to go by there at least once a month to eat lunch from down that way.
Oh. Well, good. We'll have to drag out a map and you can show me exactly. Well, we nailed it.
To get there, you got to go like you're going to the airport. Once you know where the old Seaman's Club was across the... Oh, okay.
No.
Well, anyway, how do you know Walt?
I don't yet. I mean, I know him. communicated.
Oh,
We
okay.
corresponded through.
Well, he's a funny
Facebook,
guy. He's a retired, I think, Army Sergeant Major, and he writes too, and he's got a phony name, a ghost name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, in fact, I keep forgetting his name is Walt Christensen. He calls himself something else. He writes for the Japan Update newspaper.
Oh, does he?
Bill Charles. You ever see the name Bill Charles? That's him.
That's him, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, where are we going?
Keep going straight. We're heading. This is the Ken Ridge. We're heading to
Yep.
Kenosha.
Oh, okay.
This is interesting. The Ken Dam is pretty new, and
Yeah.
Okokubi River.
Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time around in
I
here last year.
I walked a lot down all the way down to the
this is
ocean.
a beautiful area.
Yep, not a cloud in the sky. But then again, it started off like this yesterday morning, and then at night I wanted to shoot the moon, and damn, there was clouds everywhere. I was lucky I got the moon.
Oh, I got a good shot of the moon last night. How about that? Yeah, I was just out walking around the village neighborhood. Noticed that moon.
Anyway, then you had nothing about the Higashiyama Museum either.
No, I
here's-
never bet
yeah.
this museum thing. I guess nothing's come together on that.
Well, I can tell you what
It
happened.
sounded like there were a whole bunch of folks that were interested
Yeah.
in doing this thing.
I can tell you what happened.
They brought
And
a
I
translator
don't know
along.
and I go, and that was the first time when the translator was there. That was the first time that Taira-san spoke English to me. I didn't think the guy could speak it. He speaks very little.
Yeah.
But because I speak Okinawan Hogan and a little bit of Japanese, he liked me. We hit it off fine. But we kept coming there at different times, and nothing ever happened. I'm thinking the poor guy's like, I don't want to jerk him around anymore. At one point, I had the Navy Wives Club. I guess I don't know if they're on Kadena or where they're at.
What was that? What was that marker there?
The marker?
Yeah.
That's the Kenosha Dam, Kana Dam.
Oh.
The marker, you saw a Kijimuna or a sign?
Yeah.
The Kijimuna?
The little guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kijimuna.
Right.
You must have shot 1,000 of them, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I've seen a bunch of them. I don't take a picture of each one, but these markers, I just really enjoy them.
Okay. Yeah. And I paid for gas too. I helped with the gas.
Yeah.
Is this a rental car?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I thought you had family over here. Do you come over here once a year or what?
Well, I kind of started doing that back in.
You good?
He's just waiting and waiting, so I'm gonna go. So yeah, I think I like
If you want to see the dam, it's up that way.
Oh, I've seen
Oh,
the dam.
the
I'm
stone
just
marker?
curious about this marker here.
Yeah, I wish I could read kanji. I've got people help me with translating, and my wife is not one of them. She'll do a little bit, but she's not into the culture like I am. Yeah, because some places they have sacred trees. There's like 100 of them on this island. I got the list, and I'm going to go on GPS every one of them and shoot them under ideal lighting conditions. Yeah, that's just a goal of mine. So where are you living back in the States?
Montana,
Wow.
Great Falls, Montana.
Wow, you get some good winters there, don't you?
Yeah.
And you get the autumn foliage too. That's the only thing I miss about the States when I'm here in Okinawa. I see all this beautiful autumn foliage.
Yeah.
We get the red pines because the beetles are eating them. Red and green, everything's green. It's either green or it's dead from typhoons around here.
Yeah, lots of green. Yeah, this so lush. I went up to a few days ago. Went out in search of, found the Shohashi's tomb.
Yeah, that's so strange.
And
I was out there.
My God, the green.
I was out there a week ago Friday, this past Friday, with this buddy of mine, he was looking for that. And it was so cool. I watched your whole video because we went the same, we went all the way down these roads and we went down through the boonies and out in shorts and flip-flops.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how many wrong farm
But now I
roads
know
took.
exactly where it is.
Yeah,
because
I need to find out where. Let's see. There's a gal, Kimi, somebody. She's descendant from that
really?
Shohashi's family, and she told me that there's 2 other guys that their tombs are nearby.
Okay.
And
yeah, you know the markers, the last markers where you turn and went up the hill and off to the right. You were going down the trail and Papa's not where he left you.
oh yeah,
Two rocks.
Right.
And then you went up. We were that far. We even went past there, and we figured that was it. But
yeah, I was gonna go, and then I noticed that that trail wasn't very well beaten down, and I was in shorts. I didn't want to go rattling.
so when did you head back? Just
November 5th.
in about a week.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you want to do up the northern parts, I'll go along with you. I just got to know a day in advance so I can.
Oh, sure.
I was so excited about meeting you. I went home at 8 o'clock last night. I went to bed about 9:30. I kept waking up. Wake up at 3:30. Think it's morning. I got to get up. Then I go back to bed. Wake up at 4:30.
Yeah, I got all wired last night. I didn't get to bed till 1:30.
Your son was over here with you. He had to go back early.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave his business
Is
for
he
too
college
long.
age or what?
Oh no, he's 40 now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a flooring contractor, and yeah, he trusts the guys that work for him, but he didn't want to be away for too long. He was born here, and his brother, my older son, he was also born here. So I'll be bringing Dylan back next year. Yeah, we left here as a family in 1990, so this was Zach's first time back. What, 25 years? He had a good time. We had a good time.
So there was somebody else then that said they rented an apartment for 3 months in Yomitan. I thought it was you.
No. 3
See,
weeks.
what was her name? The gal that set up the Kubasaki reunion.
Masami Jenkins?
Masami.
Yeah.
She did a super job, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
But I kept reading on Facebook a lot of people they were going to the reunion, but they weren't coming with that crowd. They were coming earlier or later.
Right. Yeah, that was, well, like me. I didn't have firm dates, so I just planned this trip to kind of overlap to coincide with when.
Okay, well, we got interrupted by that landmark.
Yep.
Here's what happened. It was a bat in cherry blossoms. That photo was on my website, but I said I didn't shoot that photo. I have other ones of a bat in cherry blossoms, but if you want that photo, I got to get a hold of my friend that shot it. He was stationed here in Okinawa, but he was back in the States to go to some school.
Uh-huh.
And he said, yeah, take it, give it to her. And then she published it and thanked me and him and made a link to my website and everything. But her newsletter comes out like a PDF or a magazine or something that they send out. And when I looked at it, I go, wow, this should be a print magazine. It was every article was well written, was well organized.
And what is that one?
She was a Navy Wives Club.
No, but the website or the newsletter.
Oh, when I had my old Mike Buchanan gallery.
It's an online. Oh, okay.
I don't. That's another story. I'll tell you about that.
Is
later.
her website or her newsletter on a website?
No. She had to email it to me.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, once I saw, wow, this is a pretty big organization. It was an NPO.
Yeah.
I said to her, hey, and this is back when the Marines couldn't go on liberty and the Navy guys were raping people and killing people. Thank God it wasn't the Marines this time. But nobody could go off base and do anything.
Right.
And I said, you know what? That was a Navy a Navy captain that built that museum. A Navy, the two Navy guys after the war.
Yeah, the Lieutenant Commander Hannah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told her, you know, it would be a good idea. I said this place needs some fixing up and some support.
Yep.
Maybe you could help this guy. And she came back and said, usually we don't do stuff like that, but she says, you're right, I agree.
So is that museum nearby?
Oh, it's south of here, yeah. It's it's part of Ishikawa. So if you want,
Oh, that's real nearby then.
I can show you.
Oh, I'd love to see the place.
I thought that was a Habu.
I did too. I thought it was just me too.
But if I see Taira-san, I'm so sorry for him.
Well, that's what I felt so disappointed about when there was that one, maybe a month ago.
I saw that you said that was one of the main things you want to do while you're over here.
Yeah, because I was interested in not only helping, with some labor,
Yeah,
cleaning the place up.
it's been like 3 years now.
But I had the same concern. If
I've been there
he needs a little.
I've been there like 5 or 6
assistance.
times, and it's been 3 years. I think the first time I went there, and I just feel so. I don't want to get that guy's hopes up. I don't want to unless somebody put your money where your mouth is. Don't you know?
Yeah.
And I think. And that's why I didn't want a whole bunch of Kubasaki people come over here. Everybody shows up on the 17th and just bring them and start chopping weeds down. You can't do that shit without making arrangements with the guy ahead of time.
Exactly. The guy would go nuts.
That was where Michael B. Martin, we never communicated much. We know each other, just friends on Facebook, but he started talking to me and he goes, yeah, I agree, Mike. You better plan, organize, and then carry out the mission.
Yeah.
I go, I know. I've been through it too many times with that poor guy. I feel sorry for him.
Well, after reading the most recent notes about that, I feel badly for Taira-san.
The first time I met him,
Promising a number of times and then you don't show up. I mean, hell,
the first time I met him, a major typhoon had come through. And really, you got some of the orange tiles on the roof.
Yeah.
But they're the really old ones. And something had smashed a couple of them. And this poor old guy, he's probably in his 70s. Those type of tiles aren't made anymore. He was making them himself. He built a little wooden box, and he was pouring cement, and he's climbing up on the roof all by himself. And that's when I go, dang. That's when I made that blog. This museum could use some American loving.
Yeah, I want to see it. As far as you know, is it like always open to the public, or is it by appointment?
Not really, but
I
I know I can go in there anytime I want. The guy likes me, but I just don't. If he's there, he'll show us around. He'll show you around. But I really think he's like getting fed up with the Americans.
Well, I don't blame him.
Me neither.
I mean, if we stand him up, make arrangements, and then stand him up 2 or 3 or 4 times in a row.
And that's why when everybody was talking way back a month or so ago, it was like, is somebody talking to this guy? You can't just a bunch of people show up, I'm sorry, do you have the air on and I got my window open?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's even better. I see the no smoking thing, so that's good. It keeps me. I quit smoking January of last year. Made it all the way to August, 8 months. And I just started up again. No, I'm not smoking like I was. And I promised my wife and everybody 1 November, I'm cold turkey again. That's how I did it back in January. I smoked for over 50 years. I mean a heavy smoker. So I got some weak cigarettes that I've been smoking lately, but I gotta quit.
Yeah, I should too, but
You smoking too?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Don't you know that's bad for your health? Well, they tell me I've got... What in the heck are them? Oh. Where do you get these? Buy them in Okinawa?
You can. Actually, I don't know if it's Family Mart or Lawson's has them.
Trying to see what I like about the Japanese cigarettes is they put the tar and nicotine on there. The amount you're getting.
Yeah.
American cigarettes don't do that. Yeah, they tell me I got COPD. I don't know if you know what that is.
It is.
My dad had that, and he lived to be 98 with CO, but he quit smoking and drinking.
At what age? Did he quit?
Probably in his 50s.
Oh, good.
Oh man, I had thought maybe you had gotten with Robert. So you haven't seen him yet?
I have not met up with him yet.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a miscommunication. He thought that...
yeah, he said he was waiting for you at the seaside in or something.
Yeah. And then I just happened to see a note that he posted that he and Kiki were headed up there, so I just dropped everything and boom, took off for Zucchini, and by the time I got up there...
What kind of phone are you using? Is there an iPhone that you rented?
No, it's a
smartphone.
Just
right?
one, a little flip phone.
Oh, flip phone?
It's
okay,
not a smartphone.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
I got one of the antique ones.
Yeah. I ought to get a smartphone. I need an app that for translating. You know, a number of times I've had a conversation with one of the locals here, and he'll whip out his smartphone. And, well, the
translator.
That
thing
one museum or park that I was at, I had no idea.
There's the protesters for
where it was.
You want to go back and take a picture of that?
Nah, I've got some from last year.
Marines out.
We're at Henoko already?
Yeah, really. I love our American troops, but there is no need for these Marines here. Zero. And they're not. I watched the protesters that both sides are making big mistakes. The pro-American and the anti-American, they're exaggerating shit and blowing out of proportion.
Yeah.
So I stay out of it. But as a Marine myself, I can tell you, sense to build no runway here. You could close Futenma down and keep that base just like it is. The Marines are using helicopters and Ospreys. They can take off vertically.
Yeah.
They don't need them. If you want to put runways,
there's a whole nother agenda. I think.
The birds you got on Futenma that need a runway, why don't you just let the Japanese government take one of our old aircraft carriers out of mothballs? Everything on Futenma that flies would fit on one carrier, but you could get two. You could have one around the Straits of Taiwan, one here, and the communist Chinese, if they want to attack, they already know the coordinates of Kadena, they know the coordinates of Futenma, they know the coordinates.
Oh yeah, we're already targets.
But if you put it on a carrier, it's going to move. It can move around. It's a little bit harder to hit.
Sure.
And then the other one, the promise, if you let us move Futenma up here, we're going to reduce the forces. Yeah, they're going to send all the infantry Marines and the division down to Guam. Who needs the helicopters and Ospreys? It's them. It doesn't tactically makes no sense to move the fighting forces that need the helicopters and the Ospreys are going to Guam. And so nothing's left here but the support.
They can't go to Guam. Guam might tip over, remember?
Yeah, that's Congressman. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, idiot.
How about Okinawa could tip over?
God, what an idiot.
But I got to laugh sometimes at these both sides for and against. And Rob Avery, I don't know what he knows about it, but he meant to comment. Even after everything moves out of Futenma up here, the Japanese government is going to keep that for the jazz staff. They're not going to. I don't know if that's true.
That's a possibility. Sure.
Yeah, and they've already given. I just read recently, I forget how many, 10 trillion or 11 trillion dollars to the Okinawa because of the construction of this new base. So I don't know what's going on. means power, and I know that kanji. And so he said, yeah, I'm looking at his old picture. He said, I didn't zoom in on it for the thing that I did on my blog. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll go back up there and see what it says. So I went up there, and 2 other guys were with me, but they didn't want to go on the waterfall. They wanted to go to the top of the waterfall. They were following a trail off to the side. I go up there and I'm getting closer and closer, and then I shot the picture. The kanji was different. It's like graffiti, kids carved it in there. It didn't say Chikara, but I took a picture of it. And as I'm coming back down, in my, I don't think I had flip flops. I think I was in hiking shoes. I hit a wet rock and I fell, and it knocked me out because the camera and tripod were over there and I was over here. When I came to, I was in severe pain in my back, like somebody stuck a knife in me. And I'm yelling for these guys, help. Well, the waterfall is roaring and they can't hear me.
Yeah.
So I decided I got to get out of here. And I crawled over to my camera and opened the tripod and used it for a cane. And I painfully came down the mountain, down the side of the waterfall. And so I still have pain to this day in my back, occasionally from that. I refused to go to the doctor, so these 2 guys wanted to take. No, I said no, I'm fine. Just get me out of here.
How long ago was that?
But then a year or 2 later, one buddy of mine wants to go back up there, and I go, Louis, I broke my fucking. I said, why? I don't need to see that waterfall. I don't want to go there. And then he wanted to. He GPS's shit a lot. He wanted to probably get some. Okay, I'll go. So he parks his car, and I walk. He takes a long time getting his camera bag out and shit. I start walking down there. When I get to the waterfall, there's a TV camera crew there, all over the bottom of the waterfall. And they had these 3 girls. They were making a TV series in Japan for yoga. They had these 3 girls, yoga girls, on their mats doing exercise. It was good. And it was all Japanese, but here comes this one guy, a tow-headed guy. Hey, mate. He's an Australian. He goes, I'm in charge. I've got the contract for this movie. He said the producer and everybody is a Japanese company, but they're working for him. And we get talking, and he goes, yes, the lead girl in the yoga, that's my girlfriend or fiance or something. And he gets talking, and he goes, how long you been in Okinawa on this? And were you in the Marine Corps? He goes, oh my God, my father was a Australian helicopter pilot. And he said, you guys, he feels so sorry for the U.S. Marines, the way they got the shit kicked out of them. So I think maybe it's senile or senior moments.
What's this?
I don't know, but right there was the bull ring. That used to be where that.
There's no bull ring there. Where are we going?
Well, we're going up to Todoroki Waterfall, right?
Okay.
And I can tell you a story about that waterfall too. Oh, maybe 5 years ago. I was with 2 other guys. I was doing something for Don Cusone. I do this thing called Then and Now. He'll get an old picture from the 40s or 60s, and I'll get a picture. He'll send it to me, and I'll go out and I'll duplicate it the way it is today in color.
Yeah, those
and
are
so
nice.
I think I had already done it, that waterfall for him. But there was some kanji carved in a rock way up in the top 2/3 of the waterfall, and it said Chikara. That's power there. But so when they get done, he introduced me to this girl, and I shot a couple pictures of them with the DSLR. When the other 2 girls came, they said I looked like a guru. They wanted to take. They gave one girl an iPhone or something, the big one.
Yeah.
They wanted a picture with. I had my arms around these 2 sexy girls. They thought I was a guru. And then I told my wife when I go home, I'm never cutting my beard again. I said I play Santa Claus, but between Christmas and New Year's, I used to cut it down, trim it to like a ½ inch every year, and then starting in August I would grow it again. Yeah. I haven't cut this beard in the last 3 or 4 years now. I'm a guru.
So, is your wife here?
Yeah, She's just not into. She's Okinawan. She's just not into the stuff I do. She gets allergies. She can't go out in the boonies and do stuff like I do.
So you have another house somewhere?
Oh, that wasn't my house. My office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a house. The other side of Ken.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a 20-minute walk from my office to my house.
Oh,
that's why I
that's
told
nice.
you I go by King Tacos twice a day at
Oh,
least.
that's right. You did say that. Yeah, we need to stop there.
Oh, that's a pretty tree. I don't know what them flowers are. Pink flowers in October. I don't know what they are. Something different. Now I'm trying to. I got to remember this waterfall. Yeah, we're gonna go. No, we're gonna have to go left when we hit 58. I think. Yes. The water.
It's near Nago.
Yeah, this is we're in Nago now, but when you get to Highway 58, rather than go right, we got to go left.
Got to go south.
We go south a little bit, not far.
And then it'll be off
Yeah,
on the
it's off
left-hand
that way,
side. Yeah, I vaguely remember, I remember being at the place. I very
Do you
vaguely
remember the other
how we got
the other
there.
waterfall I was telling you about is up in Ogimi. It's at they call it Michino Eki. It's a road station.
Okay.
That one is like right off the highway. You don't even have to walk. You could sit in your car and take pictures of that waterfall. But that one would be afternoon sun.
Yeah, getting sun from the west.
Yeah.
Guy's about to lose his muffler.
Yeah, I kind of was hoping we ain't gonna get no clouds floating by. We'll see how it looks.
Yeah, I told my son.
Well, what I do a lot of time with waterfalls is I get up.
3
I
to 5.
get up.
It's miserable for trying to take pictures.
If there's too much bright in the sky with a waterfall, I'll zoom in and don't have no sky in the picture.
Right.
Just the waterfall.
I found one setting choice on this museum. So this is a cheap
Okay.
camera.
I
The
don't know if
museum
we can
setting.
take that. We'll go follow that guy. He's going left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have went out that way. That's what they keep making these new things in these highways. It drives me nuts. I get lost in Naha now. You get lost in Naha.
Naha just, freaks me out down there.
Oh, so you got GPS on there?
Yeah, I don't know how to use it though.
Well, I got me a Garmin GPS. I'm learning how to use it. It's pretty confusing. But what I do now is I'll GPS a point where I take a picture. When I get back to the office, I download this into a computer and I download the camera. And then there's a program that'll, based on the time, if I shoot it at 11 o'clock this morning, any picture that I shot within 5 minutes of me marking that 11 o'clock this morning, it puts the GPS coordinates on there for me, on the photo.
Oh.
And so when you post them online, that information is all there. I think we want to stay in the left lane.
Yeah, but I wanted to let that guy in.
Yeah, it's a pretty bright sun right now. A little village on this side somewhere. It's further ahead. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. That's it.
Yeah, there might be another way.
I don't know if we can get in. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to make the U.
Turn around.
I didn't think it was that close. If nothing else, you'll come down to Kyoto. There's a place you can turn.
This might go back down there.
I don't know. Yeah, let's give it a try. If nothing else, we found something new.
That's some of my favorite places I've found by accident.
Yeah, this will take us there.
Yeah.
And I think I think we go right here, follow the guardrail. That's our theory. We go out all the time and go, no, with no plans, let's just get lost and follow the sun.
Yep.
And that's where you find the best attractions. The off the beaten path. This is it. It takes us straight back. But I'm looking at the light and see how the leaves are glaring back at us on the trees.
Yep.
Blown highlights. But when you get back there, it's kind of shaded in the woods.
There's one setting on this that eliminates a lot of that, and I really like it. And I found it accidentally.
Oh, you probably have a filter?
Yeah, whatever it does. But I had it set on museum, and I forgot to take it off of that. And I went outside. It was getting towards. Yeah, actually, it was damn near dark. And I took a picture, and wow, for how little light was. You know, there was very little ambient light. The colors were so brilliant. Especially the green in a little park that I was in.
Okay, you're gonna park once you go around this bend. You're gonna park as like a hotel or no, it's a factory or warehouse down there. Do you have
Okay.
a parking lot to the right? And then I don't think it's a 50-yard walk from there. Easy one.
What's this village? Sukuda, was it?
I don't know, yeah. Dang, this road seems longer than it used to be.
Yeah, we're just older
Maybe
than we
they built
used to
some
be.
more buildings back here.
Well, now we're
Yeah, this is
at
the
the end of
end.
the
This
line.
is where you park here to the right. Park next to that white car in the shade.
And we stopped.
And I'll take two cameras so I got wide angle it if I want to.
On our way to Todoroki Falls, and I'm with Mike Lynch. Hello, Michael.
Todoroki-taki.
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 Waterfall.
And I'm already recognizing that bridge. I've got old video from back in the 80s with my
There's a good
girls.
sign. Do not rock climb.
Yeah.
Because I fell off them rocks one day.
And yeah, you're the living proof of it, huh? Yeah, my gosh, my oldest daughter was, well, let's see, that would have been in mid to late 80s. I don't remember what year we were down here.
How old is
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. She was 5 or 6, I think.
Wow.
And had a little 4-year-old
Now see,
foster daughter with
this
us.
is a sign right here. There's no water there. There's times I've had to be careful not to fall here because the water was flowing through.
Oh, is that right? Now, where does it come from? Oh, what?
Oh, it comes right in my eyes, man.
Really disappointed. Okie dokie Todoroki.
Be careful, don't fall. Yeah, I can't see any water. The waterfall usually roaring down here. So
Yeah.
if it rains one day before you leave and you want to see it in action, we'll come back.
Yeah, the falls are bone dry today. Oh well. Well, maybe bone dry was a little overstatement. There's a little bit of water coming down there. Very little. Usually it's roaring. Go over that bridge. Well, that's it, huh? Well, I guess for an island like this, that's a pretty good waterfall.
Like that. Yeah. You think I need a flash down here?
Yep.
Here, let's go back over in here and look at that waterfall better.
That's your skateboard? I bet it looked neat. I bet it looked neat while I was screaming.
I can't open that across that was scared.
It's scared.
Exactly. Come on. Huh? I thought they only went using that one home.
That's all, folks.